What's going on, traders? How we doing out there? Welcome to the one, the only Money Mitch. Today we got another great show. I've been doing a lot of research for you guys. If you guys caught it on pre-market prep this morning, I actually gave out the industries that I was looking for today a little bit earlier than the open, so that right now you could see already that change. We're going to talk about these stocks, and of course we're going to talk about why I think the market is a little bit trappy here. Stick around on Money Mitch and you just might find out. It's time for Money Making Mitch. When investors need a story, we're going to the moon. Welcome to Money Mitch, where story is everything. I'm here to find you the next opportunity. It's all about the green hands. Now we all know the bull market is here to stay. Money Mitch. What's going on, traders? How we doing out there? If you guys are new to the show or just watching and joining in, go ahead and say hello in the chat. Looks like He is risen. Lumos in the house. Easy Mike. What's going on? How we doing out there? Tiny Pie. What's up? Easy Mike. Looks like we're all bros in this together, right? Let's go ahead. Let's take a look at the overall market. What did we see out there today, and what kind of stocks were moving? Let's go ahead, do what we do best. So on Money Mitch, we always go into the overall market. Let's take a look at the overall market, see what we saw today. And what did I see? I saw a lot of kind of this bullish sentiment, right? Last time we talked, guys, we were stuck within this box. Now we've made our way out Thursday, Friday, Monday. As we see, last time we were here and last time we talked, we were right here, guys. So now that we're looking like we're getting back above those levels, to me, really, we need to pay attention to see if we come back below 437, not even the 440s, because I do think we're going to get a retracement tomorrow. You know, we've had such a strong move on up. I do think we're going to start testing back down. Why do I feel this way? I just feel like we're going to have a trappy type of market in October. I've talked about this period between last time that we were between September and November. I'm expecting a similar month out of October. I'm expecting us to get towards the top, even look like we're going to break out the range and then come right back down closer inside the range. We'll see what happens in the SPY and if these monthly charts kind of get on over. Sophie, if your charts are a little blurry, you should be able to see me in 1080p. Make sure down at the bottom corner you hit your settings and you change the quality to 1080. If for any reason you're still seeing some blurry after that, let me know. I'll definitely adjust. All right, like always, guys, what we do here on Money Mitch is go through our sector and our industry analysis to find what is moving or what potentially the rotation could get into. I have a lot of stocks to talk about today, so if you guys have some stocks, go ahead and, of course, drop them in the chat like we always do. I'll get to them at the end. I'm going to run through it and see how many I can get through. But first thing we got to do is get through the sector and the industry analysis of the day. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look here, see what we saw in the Qs. The Qs were looking really strong. This is tech right here, and as you guys can see, last time we were in this area, I was pulling out what I called out. Last time we were here, we were right in this bubble, and I said, it looks like we're going to test towards 370. That was the level that I was giving, and we actually broke through that level. I didn't expect we'd get right on through that level today. We actually broke out through that level. So I'm looking for pullbacks to see if it breaks these lows. The lows right now is 366.82, and the day prior is 362.82. So what does that show you? That's such an important level for us. So if we break down through 368 on the downside, we could come back into this choppy area. But for right now, it's looking really bullish in the Qs. All right, let's go ahead. Let's keep going. Glad you're able to fix that, Sophie. Always got you. And if you see anything or ever have a question, throw it up in the chat. I'll definitely answer. All right, let's go ahead. Let's take a look at our sectors and industries, what moved on up today. So first thing we're going to do is look at our sectors. Sectors, we had technology and consumer cyclical lead us. The three areas that I was looking at today were technology, consumer cyclicals, and I was looking, of course, at industrials. Industrials, those are the three that I was looking at to pay attention to some stocks. So, what area were I looking at? What was I looking at specifically? So, in technology, I was looking at some solar names to get continued momentum from this kind of push that we're seeing in solar. I'm looking to see a big lift in some of the names like SOL tomorrow, ENPH, continued momentum. JKS, I want to see it get through that high that you have right here on the 13th, which is 54.20. Look to see if we can get that breakout in JKS tomorrow and then get a lift towards 60. We'll see if that one can make a move. And you penny stock traders, keep an eye out on this bad boy. I'm keeping an eye out on it. It's called SPI Energy. This one could get a pump. Of course, I'd be looking for a breakout through $5 tomorrow, getting on up there towards 550s and 560s. We'll see if SPI can make a move. Of course, lower flow, lower volume. Be careful. Just want to put it out there for those people that like these types of stocks. All right, let's keep going. What are some other areas in tech that you guys can watch out for? Electronic gaming looked good. Slug, you guys remember when we interviewed SLGG's CEO right here on Money Mitch? I'm looking for this one to continue. It made its move up to 370 today. We'll see if it can get strong through 350 tomorrow and make that move back up to 4. That one's an interesting to watch. Zynga is another one to watch. You got multiple bottom looks. It's trying to get strong through 750. We'll see if this one can get back up there towards $8, where you see the 50-day moving average. 200 days way above there, guys. 200 days up there towards $9. So we're definitely in a bearish trend for Zynga. We need to knock out this trend. We'll see what happens. Shelly, good call on the Bros Coffee. Don't worry, we'll get towards that. We'll take a look at it. So also skills looking like it's trying to find a bottom there. If you guys can watch that in technology, I would keep an eye out. So let's go towards another area, consumer cyclical. What were the 3 areas that I wanted to look at? So we go from sector to industry here, right? So one of the things is we like to work backwards on Money Mitch. Always try to find what sectors are getting that rotation, work through the industries, then work micro into the stocks. I'm going to start labeling out what I want to watch here. Slug rounding bottom on the daily. I like the approach, Paint. Way to call out the pattern. That's what it's all about. All right, let's take a look here. So consumer cyclicals, some of the areas that I had written down this morning were department stores, auto, and specialty realtors. Literally right now, it's kind of weird, but I'm old-fashioned, man. I stick to pen and paper a lot of the times when I'm making watch lists in the morning. Maybe I should do this more on kind of my trading platforms. I do have one for my trading platform that I made later on, but when I'm in the morning, I like to flow on paper and just continue to write down what I like. Then I review to get myself the best trades once the open has gone and started making a move. Let's go ahead. So the 3 areas are department, auto, and specialty realtors. Let's go take a look. All right. So first one we want to take a look at is up on the day. What did we get? A 5% move in department stores. What were the 2 stocks that were on my list this morning? Exactly. KSS and Macy's. Why? Because I saw the KSS chart and I wanted to get into the gap area. We've talked about how shadows have been filling, and there's a nice shadow down that we gap down right here. So I'm thinking we can at least close up into this area. So we'd be talking about a move up and through the 49, getting up there towards 50, 70. And I could see that making that starting move from down here at 47. Now, one that did have a monster day is Macy's. This is what I was using to show me strength in the industry. I wanted to see if Macy's was going to have a good day, then I would definitely be looking for Kohl's. And as you guys can see, right out the gates, this thing rocketed. Look at that setup in the morning. It just shot up there through that 24.20, making its way all the way towards a high of almost 28.50. Let me see what we got here. We got 28.41 on the day. Look at that rip in Macy's. Look how this chart has been trading perfectly. Once it broke out through that 20, it went up, came back, found support, came up, went back, found that support again, and then now is breaking on out. We'll see what happens with Macy's and if it can continue to run. Another one that did make a move with this Macy's is Dillard's. Dillard's, keep an eye out on it, and so did Nordstrom coming off that bottom look. So Nordstrom definitely getting a good bounce into this. And as we can see, the one that's down is the one that made a monster gap up move yesterday. So look to see if it can fill that gap and then eventually come up through $6. That's CBD. All right, what's going on out there? That's what I like to see. Pen and paper, the wave. You guys already know that's what I like to do. Nice call, Brian, on resistance and support. That's what I like to hear. 56.26 might be the spot in Boyle pivot point. I'll take a look at that, Brian. Keep that one for the end. I would love to get into that, especially if you have that eye. I love when the chat is active like this. This is what it's about. What happened? I don't see any malls going up. Yeah, I mean, honestly, let's take a second. So with the mall situation, it's kind of weird. I don't necessarily know why Macy's and Kohl's are going up. My idea would be that some people are doing some shopping early going into the winter season. So they're expecting earlier kind of revenue to come in later into the holidays. But of course, as we know, the supply issues in these stores are really bad, especially I've heard bad things about Kohl's. Now, of course, when the setup's there and that's what we're seeing, that's what I could see today right now. So the setup is actually giving these department stores lifts off of this. Reason why is, I mean, at the end of the day, they're really trying to do more e-commerce, and that's what we need to pay attention to. But we'll see how Macy's and Kohl's can continue. As we know, Kohl's has a good partnership with Amazon that helps it bring it people inside their store. And I heard that they're going to be doing a discount for in-store pickup so that you have to go inside the store to kind of see the sales. And that could be another thing that you're starting to see some sales techniques come out of them. Do I have an exact reasoning? I'll be honest, I don't on these. And I don't think anybody does. If you have one, let me know in the chat. All right, so Spencer's idea in Macy's bump came from the Saks going e-commerce. Boom, there you go. E-commerce is what I could point to. And then, of course, going into holiday sales. All right, let's keep going, guys. So the next area that I wanted to look at, I looked at department stores. Auto manufacturers was the next area that I wanted to pay attention to. And what did we get? We got Lucid to show up on a nice breakout today. And what was on my list? On my list was XPEV, NIO, Race, and also there was another one that I wanted to put on my list that I didn't include until after, which was Vox. So let's take a look at those. NIO, nice move up off that support. I wanted to take it through a breakout of 38. And look how this one nice broke out through 38 right out the gates. This was the setup pre-market. And now let me make it full screen so you guys can really see this trade. This is a beautiful chart. So what did we get, guys? We got that 1 resistance try, 2 resistance try, 3 resistance try. What do I always say, guys? After that 3rd resistance try, can we just hold support, right? And so the support was actually down here. And you could call it even down to here on the 2nd level. I would call this one the 1st level, and then I'd call the 2nd level down towards actually here. And so right here, you got that fake flush out right out the gates, and it recovered through 38. When we went up through 38, as you guys can see, we continued from that motion and just broke on out there. And now it's really not looking back. That's what we wanted to see. Strong push out there in NIO. Look at XPEV. XPEV, same kind of thing, same kind of chart, multiple resistance try, support move, breakout. Nice little chart there. I'd keep an eye out on this. And one that I thought could move up today that didn't necessarily get a strong look was Race. Why? Look at this daily chart, had a strong look, just did a little bit of a turnaround. I think you might see that next move on up through 224 tomorrow. Keep your eyes on this one. This is the higher expensive stock. We're talking about that Ferrari life. Maybe I'm just interested in Formula One because I'm going to be able to see the Ferraris. So, who knows? We'll see what happens here. All right, looks like we got my man Christopher in the chat. I think we are back to a bullish posture in the market, but still a lot of weakness in healthcare and communications. Agreed. However, if we can stay strong, I'll be loading long starting tomorrow. Hey, looking forward to it, guys. Check out 10-minute stock trader. We'll be on tomorrow. And who knows, maybe we get some live testing into some look that we're starting to get bullish again. GM or Fisker, you want to take a look at it, Martin? We can take a look. They weren't on my list because why? Because they had already ran last week, right? And so I'm actually looking for these to retrace versus run. And I was actually trying to buy a put on this at 59. And I'll show you guys GM here. Starting to retrace. That's what I expected. They had already made that run, so they were going to do a little bit of a pullback. That's kind of what I was looking at and kind of what we got right now. Fisker is another one that I can maybe think about taking a shot in, but I think you're going to see more catalysts come into this one near November. So I'm looking for this one to come back down closer towards maybe 14s, 13s, and then get right back up there. But I do like this one. It just needs to get stronger. And for right now, there's no point in me jumping in it. Fisker's cars suck. I mean, the old ones that haven't been made, or the old ones that were made, I would definitely say, yeah. I mean, it wasn't that great. But, I mean, the new Ocean, I don't know if you checked out the Ocean. It seems interesting, I got to say. The Ocean definitely seems interesting. I'll keep an eye on it. All right, let's go ahead. Let's keep going. What other areas was I going to look at? Was specialty retailing. And so let's take a look here. Specialty retail was up about 1.12%. Let's take a look at some of the big names in there that moved today. It was YJ, Playboy. This is one that I'll go ahead and I'll give you guys the insight and the story. I actually been giving the story to this one on SPAX Attack. So to me, Playboy has been all about we had the look of these NFTs that were going to come out from Playboy, and then they completely went away from it. They didn't talk about it. What happened right now? So they started doing this kind of, what I like to look for is for positive news flow near the support. So as we got today, we got this kind of news that they acquired a social content platform for 30 million. And then what ended up happening is they continued the news flow and they told you that they're going to release the NFTs tomorrow. So this is why we're seeing Playboy up. And I think this is why I like it as a swing trade right here. It really is starting to get strong into the close. I wanted to see a pullback towards 24. That's why you see a line drawn here on 24. So we'll see if we can get a pullback to 24 on Playboy, but I do like this setup now that they're going to be coming out with some NFTs. If you look here, it looks like a nice little kind of bear flag that we're going to break back up out of, and then we can start testing back up here towards 30, and then from there 36 would be the next mark. We'll see if Playboy can get off of the bottom here. All right, so that was one definitely to keep your eyes out on in specialty retail. So I want to give up some other ones and just quickly run through them here. So the next one up, of course, Amazon is on my list. I was expecting Amazon to have a continued move on up. It did have a move where people were starting to think that the Amazon chart was looking weak. Whenever I hear people thinking that Amazon's looking weak, I start looking at it and saying, hey, is this just going to reverse and do a rip out, make everyone miss the next move on Amazon? I think you're starting to see the starting of it now getting above that 3,400 mark. Keep that 3,400 into play. I would want it to hold any pullbacks towards 33s. And now let's see if we can get some real lift in Amazon and then get it back up there towards 3,700 in, let's say, a week or two. All right, so the next one that I wanted to take a look at from Amazon is Melly. Let's take a look at Melly. This is another one that had done a good pullback, couple weeks, 3 weeks pullbacks. Now I'm looking for a push back up through the resistance. We'll see if we can get that move back up there towards 18.5. These are higher price names, but I do think they can work. You just have to lower down your sizing. All right, let's keep going. Next one up is going to be BBY, Best Buy. So I was thinking Best Buy could have a good move going into November. Of course, as we get into November, we'll get closer and closer towards Black Friday, where you're going to see that kind of positive news flow. And as you guys can see, Best Buy pushing back on up there today. Not a bad move. It pulled back towards 112, gave you an opportunity to grab this on the day. You could have got a nice green stock. As you guys can see, there's a reason why I was watching this chart. Let's keep going. Another one up that I really liked today was Wayfair. Wayfair, I'm liking that we could see this kind of holiday time and people start ordering from Wayfairs. Of course, you could see some sold out, some sellouts, some supply issues, but I do think that you're going to see a lot of sales going through Wayfair. As we're starting to see this reversal from this 234 level, that's the level I like to risk off of right now. I'm looking for this to get closer to it so that I can make a nice push back towards 290s. I did see some different analysts come out and they were trying to knock down Wayfair a little bit. And so that's why you might see some downside look. But I could see it coming back towards the 200-day moving average, towards 295. We'll see if Wayfair can get out of this bottom. All right, so what's another one? Let's get into the one that I like today, also Overstock. I actually tried to get an entry in this one and just didn't get a fill. I put out an order by 78.50 and was not able to get a fill. It just jumped up through. Next moment, we were at 78.75, 79, 79.25, and I was just like, all right, well, I think it just got away from me a little bit. Should have took my shot, but didn't get it in. Now I'm looking for this one to continue back up through the 84. 84 is going to be such an important price point now that we're coming back up through this. Looking strong. I want to see us get strong through that 84. If we do, I think this one could get to 100, and we'll see if this one can make its move going into November. That's Overstock. All right, let's keep going. I got a couple more to get through here. Ulta is one that I like for my girls out there, my ladies. If you like some makeup, or maybe you're a man that likes some makeup, hey, can't blame you. I know some guys that do it. But definitely look at the Ulta Beauty here. Look at that. That, my friends, is a beauty of a rip out. I'm expecting this one to continue making moves on up. I talked about this one early in June. That was when we were coming out of this period. And the reason I liked it is because of pent-up demand in makeup. And as you guys can see, from that moment, we've been going straight on up. It's been a good play since that moment. It was about the 330s, 340s. Now we're up there towards 400. We'll see if Ulta Beauty can continue making a move on up. Ulta slays it 100%, 24/7. They have these women going in there, ordering online, now doing pickups. I mean, you're definitely going to see some good lift in Ulta. DKS is another one that I wanted to see how it would do, because I think it's going to recover after dropping down through the shadow. We called this shadow move here, and it filled the shadow. Now I'm expecting it to get back on up here into the positive, up there through 130s. We'll see if DKS can make that next level on up. And with DKS, look for BGFV, Big Five. I do like this chart. You got multiple times where we tried to break out. We came back down. Now we're looking for some strength to get us back up and see if we could get it back up into the $30 area and give us a third time to try to break out on BGFV. This is one to definitely keep on watch. We'll see if it gets strong through 25 tomorrow. And that's going to be it for our industry analysis. Sorry, I didn't get so much into the chat there. I wanted to get through all of this. This usually doesn't involve so much information, but I did so much this morning that I wanted to get it to you guys. So I hope you guys appreciated that. Now I can take some stocks from you guys out there. So go ahead, throw them up in the chat. I'm going to throw up a quick trailer right quick, and I'll be back because I just need a little bit of water. Whew, working through it like you have no idea, guys. I'm at it right now today. And get ready because we're about to run through some stocks. I'm going to do like a lightning round for you guys. So get those stocks thrown up in the chat, and let's start running through some charts.
I tell all my CEOs, this is a very, very, very important platform. And look, all the other platforms are important too, but you're up there now. You're way up there.
Best investments you can do in your future is actually go and re-educate yourself on credible sites and credible resources like Benzinga. I think you guys have been killing it.
The comment section on this show is remarkable. Like the quality of the combo, and just big shout out to you and your community.
So I love about you guys, you just had all your callers in right then. And it's all about the community here at Benzinga.
What's going on, traders? Welcome back to the one and only Benzinga. Hit that subscribe, the likes. I need to see these likes start jumping. Where are we at in the like department? Looks like I'm at 33 likes. I got over 126 people watching at this moment. You guys do me the favor. Start hitting that likes. I need 75 to keep going so I can get 15 minutes in here. Will you guys let me get my 15 minutes in? We'll see. Give me the thumbs up and we'll keep going. All right, going to go ahead and jump in. Was that a kid? Yes, you got it, Paint Surgeon. That was Investor. That was Young Investor. If you want to look him up on Twitter, that guy's crazy, man. Definitely. Let's go ahead. Grab a beer, Boren. Let's start running through these stocks. All right, I'm going to quickly run through them. I'm going to let you guys know how I feel on them, bullish or bearish. Not try to do too much technicals. If you guys see me going too in depth, yell at me. Tell me we got more stocks to go through. Let's go ahead. Let's keep going. All right, so first one up I'm seeing in the chat, of course, is the one, the only AMC. AMC has been a call out of mine since Friday of a week prior. So we've been talking about this one for a while now. Let me put a circle at where I called this one out. So Friday, this would be right here. All right. So we called it out right here on this day. That's what we were expecting this one to start making its move. We're going to continue to make this one see its move on up and expect also GME to continue that move. We look for GME to get strong at 200. That's going to be a good sign for us that AMC wants to continue to make that breakout move. And we called this one out right here on that candle. Let's see what happens with GME. Next one up. Let's keep it going. LVMH here. All right. So this is just a jumpy chart here. I think I put the wrong ticker in there. LVMH or Signet. Sig. All right, so let's take a look at luxury jewelry maker here, Sig. I do like this breakout, looking for 100. That's what that shows to me. But one thing that you do have, at least that I like, is so you got 1 resistance, 2 resistance, 3 resistance. Then it did a pullback, tried to find some support here at this close, and now push back up. Let's see if we can get that next level to break on through that level. So you want to see it get through that high here that was 89.32. That's going to be the price point that we're going to look for a breakout tomorrow. Let's see if we can get that breakout tomorrow in SIG through that 89.32. We'll see what happens tomorrow in SIG. All right, let's keep going. What's another one? Target, Born. Maybe you weren't actually doing Target, but maybe it was just a Target practice there. But look at Target. Man, this one's a monster. Look at that one, finding that support there. I actually going to take a look at this because Target has been trending so well. Look at that move. What a day today. Did not expect to see that move today in Discount Store here. 3.7%. Not looking bad in Target. Bullish. Let's keep going. All right. Capri, CRPI, being mentioned by Chip. I'll go ahead and click on that one. Let's see if we can get strong through 54. That's kind of the level that I would look at. If we look at the money at the top, looks like it's starting to get positive. Looks like we're trying to get a push there on the RSI. We'll see if we can get through this level. Really, it's going to be 54. You've had multiple times to try to get through it. It looks like it tried to get through it again here and failed. This time it needs to go ahead and break through when we get up there. We need to see a breakout for that continuation. We'll see if we can get that breakout. Looks like there's some support there at 48. Doesn't look bad to take a shot, but it needs to definitely get through the 58 if we get back up there. All right, let's keep going. What's going on out there? OYST by Deepa. All right, Oyster. Ooh, I actually like this. I normally don't like these newer charts like this, but this is something that I can start taking a look at. Nice call out there. I like the change of trend. So we're talking about a nice trend line down, coming on up here towards the 16th. Looks like it wants to get strong in that area. That's where we need to see it get strong. Back on up through 17, 16, and 18. We started pulling back here. So you can see kind of this resistance right here. You see how this is holding? We need to get back through that 1493 tomorrow. Let's see what happens on this one. If you see a strong move through 1493 tomorrow, that can give you that look that it's going back towards 1625. If not, you could get a breakdown towards 12, and it could easily just be right back down into the worry. It's an interesting chart. I'll definitely keep it on watch. All right, flex on, Justin. Flex on. Let's look at Riot by RM here. All right, Riot has been getting off the bottom. I talked about this one that I liked it. Why? Because the other Bitcoin stocks were doing really well. And while this one was struggling and hanging out down here, I'll show you right now. So Mara look at that circle. We drew this on what? We drew this on October the 5th. We were looking at this one to continue its move on up there from there. And we were going to look at Riot to look for a laggard play in that one. HUT is another leader in this one right now in Bitcoin. Look how this one's looking strong and pushing on up. We're going to look to see if Riot can continue that momentum. Nice lift in Riot today. And if you got that one, good luck. All right, let's keep going. mRNA, BNTX. I'll run through those really quickly. mRNA, I'm liking that nice little push. The big thing for me is 300 for Moderna. Can we get back up there towards 400? Definitely in play, but you're getting also other COVID news out there. So that's the problem with biotechs. You just never know what the next news catalyst is going to be. Biotech looks like it wants to get back towards 300 also. I could see it trying to get back into this area, but is it going to go back into here? That's really more my question. I could see it getting to 300 for a quick trade, but I don't see 400 into play, at least right now. We'll see what happens. Hut 8 Yoshi, I hope you enjoyed me talking about some of the crypto stocks. I'm actually still in a swing trade. Let's see if I'm still in it here. I've been swing trading BTCM, guys, since Friday. I actually am in this one. Got in this one at 950. Looking for it to hold here. We'll see if we can get back on up through 10. Could have maybe sold out at 10 today, but this is kind of a smaller position. I'm looking for it to swing back up through 10 tomorrow. If not, I'll go ahead and get out, break even. I can't be mad about that. Let's go ahead. Let's keep going. Monday being mentioned by RM. Not a bad one to take a look at. Monday.com. I'm thinking this one can make another leg on up. Getting a little bit sleepy there. Got a nice little push there at 350. Let's see if we can get this leg on up through 350. That's the level I'd hold on pullbacks right now and look to see if we can get it back up in this area and through this high that we had here. We'll see if we can get strong through 380s on Monday. I do like this one. Take a look at Asana. See if that one can continue breaking out. If that one could break out, then I would look for this one to continue moving also. That's Monday. You can see those move hand in hand. Just to keep one on watch, Box W does WeWorks. So this is not the same thing, but I do think that you could see this kind of get a lift tomorrow. This is BOX. All right, time to keep going. Brian, you run to that fridge and you get that beer. Do not miss a single stock. you better run fast. All right, let's keep going. Looks like there's a lot of stocks in the chat. Looks like Deepa, what's up? How we doing? 2 price points, two price targets over 60 today. FDA approval. I'll definitely keep an eye out on that one. Appreciate you bringing it to the chat and bringing it to the show. Toast got toasted. Hey, it's gonna happen. Prague to 5 and 6 tomorrow. We'll take a look here. I know that one's a big famous one on social right now. Let's take a look here where we're at. What do we got right now? Daily chart. I had this drawn out. Looks like we got a nice lift off of that 188. I talked about how the sideways trend was a good trend to see and how we could potentially get a nice lift. When did I draw this line? I drew it on the 13th. So we're talking about what? Last week, Wednesday here. I was looking at Prague to see if it can get that lift, and that's exactly what we got. Sideways action, couple days, breakout through it, looking good there in PROG. Not a bad one out there. I'm going to be paying attention to that GME report. I don't know if it's been put out. It was supposed to get put out at 4:30. You guys let me know if the GME report and the kind of meme stock report was put out. I'm definitely going to pay attention to that and read it after I get off on Money Mitch. I hope you guys enjoyed today's show. I'm going to be wrapping up here. Looks like we got 62 likes. We didn't get to the 75. Tears. I'll keep crying in the corner, but don't worry. I know you guys won't, because I'll be here tomorrow with Money Mitch going over all these stocks with you. So if you guys find a stock that you guys want to bring up, definitely let me know. Like always, guys, I'm going to keep going at this. Keep doing my own stock game, telling you guys how I trade at it, showing you guys my way of going about it with the 3 variable approach: the story, the fundamentals, and the technicals. Find what you like out there. Look for the rotation. See if you can find that next move. That's what we try to do here on Money Mitch. Looks like there's one more being mentioned. Junior coming in here a little bit late. I didn't see him earlier, so I'm going to give him a shout out here and go ahead and nail this stock for him. He wants to do CLPS. CEI. You can look at my other shows to find out what I thought about that one. But let's take a look at Clips. Clips, how does it look here? Cheaper stock for sure. You're talking about a $2.99 stock. One thing that I talk about Clips is that you're not seeing the type of kind of RSI that you normally see from a stock that just is bottoming. So normally you would want to see an RSI down towards, let's say, 20 or down towards 15. That's not what you're seeing in CLPS. I would avoid this personally really bad. Like, it just doesn't look good to me on the chart, because it just doesn't make sense for it to have gone up there. I don't know what exactly happened and why it did a million shares traded here the day prior on Friday, but it doesn't look like it wants to hold any gains. And the RSI doesn't point upwards. The ADX actually crossed back over, not showing us a trend. And then if you look at the money flow indicator, the money is actually really negative on the daily. It's going down to 0.43. We want to see this above 0 and up in this area, and you're just not seeing the money flowing into this, at least bigger money. So I would personally just stay away and be careful. But like always, do your own assessment. The show is for informational purposes, not for trading advice. It's for you guys to learn how I like to attack things. By all means, ask me questions. I'll give you my opinion, and that's what I always want to do for you guys. If you want to check out Benzinga Pro, definitely check it out, guys. You guys can use the YouTube code YouTube20 to get 20% off any Benzinga Pro subscription, or even better, Spookzilla, BZ Spook. We're going to have some Halloween specials coming up, so stick around, guys. I'm going to have some crazy stuff coming into kind of the Halloween time. I hope that you guys have fun. FSIL and Plug looking beautiful, Lewis. I won't go through it today, but definitely looking beautiful. If you look back at last week, Tuesday's show, I actually specifically talked about FSIL and Plug. Those were the two that I was watching hand in hand, and we'll keep watching and keep it going. Like always, Born, I'll be here like you guys out there. Kevin, keep those manos de papel. If you guys don't know what that means the paper hands up high. Let's go ahead. Sometimes you're going to have to sit on the hands. Sometimes you're going to have to take the green off the hands. And sometimes we're going to throw up them diamonds. I can't blame you. I have a couple diamond stocks that I'm throwing it up right now, and we'll see what happens. Like always, stay in the battle. We'll see you next time on Money Mitch. And please let me know in the comments, what do you want to see more of? What do you want to see less of? Do you guys like my sector to industry to stock approach? Is that what you guys want to see more of? Do you guys want just more stocks covered from the chat? I can do that too. Of course, if you guys give me the comments, I'll be able to improve the show and go off of your feedback and let you know how we can make improvements together right here. Money Mob out. We'll see you next time on Money Mitch. And like always, keep working at it because we're all trying to improve our skills.